Welcome, welcome to day one of our 20-day for 20 minutes wellbeing program. I'm really delighted that you've joined me and you've made this personal commitment to yourself. I'm Laragh Cunningham, and many of you will know me from the Yoga Shala here in Galway. And I'm trying to, over these next 20 days for 20 minutes, trying to give you a gift, really, a gift of time to yourself, time to listen, to feel, to acknowledge yourself in a gentle and kind way. And that is, I'm trying to present that in a gentle and kind way to you all. Beyond this, I hope that as a community, as we get together with this movement that we're creating together, that we can move that kindness and respect and generosity beyond ourselves to the rest of our community. So that's the movement that I have dreamed up over these last few weeks in lockdown myself here with my family in my home, and I hope that you receive it in the same way as I am giving it to you. All right. In each session, I am going to incorporate a breathing practice. I'm going to incorporate some movements that should be accessible for everybody, and we will progress with them. So if you're working through the 20 days, they will be accessible. And then I'm going to give you a resting position through every session, except one session a week. We will do a guided relaxation practice, Yoga Nidra practice. The Yoga Nidra is the foundation of my own personal practice, and I couldn't survive without my Yoga Nidra practices. So I again want to gift that to you once a week, and I know you will be contacting me, communicating with me, looking forward to that each week. Okay, so let us begin. We're going to this session in a chair. I'll explain why in a moment. So if you have a chair at hand, try and get it for you now and set yourself up, and you can have a mat underneath as well, because our resting position is going to be on the mat. Okay, so I'm going to take a few moments, faff about for myself here while you run and scramble to get your chairs if you don't have them already. Okay, so the first thing we need to think about on our chair is, how am I sitting? How is my posture? So trying to firstly move away from a slouching position, so sitting more upright. Think about working your sit bones down into the chair, lengthening between your pubic bones and your sternum and your collarbone, so nice long stretchiness like an elastic band. And then think about lengthening through the back of the body. So your tailbone working down towards the chair, and the base of the skull lifting up, the crown of the head lifting up. Often when I give that instruction about the neck long, this happens to people. Try the opposite. So lengthen from the back of the neck, the skull is lifting up and the chin is tucking in. And then from here, just watch that your head isn't in the forward position. Draw your chin in, give yourself a little double chin. It's okay, especially in this class. Push your head back. And we need to exaggerate that a little, because often in our daily lives, the way things are set up for us, we find ourselves moving forward with this neck position. The head is really heavy and it's moving everything forward with us. And this is the posture we come into as we eat, as we text, as we email. So try to redirect that. So drawing the chin in instead. Okay, let's take the hands onto the thighs, thinking about those postures, pressing the feet firmly into the ground. Close your eyes. And we start out very simply, bringing your awareness just to your breathing in and out of your nostrils. Notice the sensations of your breathing here and now. Can you feel as you breathe in that the air is slightly cooler than the air as you breathe out? As you're focusing, as you're concentrating really hard on this breath, notice if you're bringing that focus and concentration into your face. And sometimes it causes tension in your face. So continue to breathe as you are, but release that tension in your face, especially between the eyebrows, in the corners of the eyes. Notice if you're clenching your teeth or your jaws. Notice if your lips are just nicely, softly resting one on top of the other. And now move your awareness away from your nose and down to your belly. And try to imagine a balloon in your belly there. So as you breathe in through the nostrils, imagine now that that balloon in your belly inflates, gets big, full and round. And try to do this without sticking out the chest or the ribs. And as you breathe out, that balloon deflates in your belly. Try 3 more rounds of this. In through the nose, big belly as you breathe in. The diaphragm is relaxed and moving well as you breathe with a big belly and a small belly. 2 more rounds of breath. Last one. Beautiful. This is the foundation of all of our breathing practices. We'll begin with this and we'll begin to move on to it, building blocks as we go through the 20 days together. So we continue to breathe like this, opening the eyes. I'll guide you. I'll remind you to breathe every now and again. Okay, so we're starting in our chair, trying to work on some mobility exercises. I'm going to move back a little bit so that you can see me. Okay, we're starting with the feet. You can take your hands onto the chair, stretching one leg out as high or as low as you like. I'm bringing it up nice and high so that you can see. We're just rotating the ankle. Here we are. As you do this, notice how you sunk into the chair and try to sit up. Continue to breathe in and out of the nostril, and then you can point and flex the ankle. Well done. And then we do the same on the other side. So take your time circling around. So why have I started these 20 days in a chair? Because we spend so much time, I think, these days in furniture. And these are reminders, these are tips to help you, to support you in the furniture that you find yourself in. Okay, we're moving on to the knees. And we're just going to stretch and release. Okay, so you can do these in chairs. So this one can be done while you're sitting having chat or a cup of coffee with someone in your own space. I don't know if we'd all be doing this in a cafe or in a restaurant when we get there. So we do the other leg. But also if you're working at your desk, just every now and again, just thinking about, every few moments, thinking about working into those mobility exercises. So we went to the knees, the ankles and the feet, and now we're going to go into the hips. So we take it a little deeper, hugging the thigh into the belly and breathe in there. You can bring the ankle rotation into this maybe and release. And then we go into the other side. Ideally, we're going to begin to, our awareness will be so great after these 20 days that we will think about how much time we spend in furniture. We think about our body and with a little more respect, and we'll move away from the furniture for as much as we possibly can during our day. So that's the hips, into the hip creases. We're going to take the hips a little deeper now, working into the first leg, hug thigh to belly, and then see if you can take your foot up onto your thigh. Now this is a little stronger, so just see how that goes, and hugging or butterflying the leg up and down there. If that's too much, you can cross the leg, see how that feels. Well done, and then lift it back up again. And then we go to the other side. We're opening up through the hips here. You can butterfly it up and down, see how that goes. Well done, breathing into it. Ideally, we'd all be working at standing desks. That would be a nice world for us. Hugging the left thigh in and release it down. Go back to the first leg now. Well done. And then if you've managed this one, you might like to lean forward. So this is a position you could definitely work on your computer or text on your phone or read your books or do whatever you like to do. Just getting into your bum and into your your lower back there. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed. Good. And then we do the same on the other side. All the time breathing. Well done. Forward fold if it feels okay. Well done. Shoulders are down. Good. And slowly coming back. So I'm trying to make these as effortless as possible. This is why I'm talking through it a lot for you. So it feels normal. We're going to reach the arms up above the head. Now, most of us follow instructions by visual, so I don't really need to over instruct here. So arms up nice and high, and then just feel like you're reaching up to a high shelf here with one arm and then the other arm reaching up nice and high. As you reach up with the fingers and the arms, your shoulder blades are lifting up your spine. At the same time, push your sit bones down into the chair and just feel that action of reaching up and pushing down. Well done. And now see if you can reach one hand up and then the other hip up off the chair, and then release down, and then do the same on the other side. So we're just swaying from one side to the other. We're getting a nice opening through the side body. Beautiful. Breathe through it. Good. Getting lots of length there through the spine. Good. Coming back to center, reach the fingers up a little higher. If it feels okay, maybe look up with the eyes, and then maybe move the head to look up. Breathe there. Ensure that your front ribs are pulling in. Often in this posture, we stick the ribs out. Breathe there. The breath will begin to want to move a little higher. Just keep it down in the belly if at all possible. Well done. And then slowly, slowly reaching the hands out, down, and give the hands a shake. Good. Then we rotate the wrists. Well done. On day 3, we're going to work a little deeper into wrists and into feet. So thumbs come into the center of the palm and just take little circles, little half circles in and out. Just feel that through the wrists. Beautiful. Okay, so we've done the lengthening of the spine. Now we're going to do forward bending of the spine. So you're going to walk the feet a little wider now, turning the toes out. Good, and the heels forward. Okay, from here, we take the hands onto the thighs without lifting the shoulders up, and then possibly taking the elbows onto the knees. Now you might need to scoot your hips back on the chair just to feel more comfortable. If this feels okay, allow the head to drop, keeping the shoulders down. And then from here, you might like to crawl yourself a little further, hands to your thigh and to your shins, or maybe to the ground, and then drop the head down. And just hang out here in whatever position is good for you. If this is too far to take the hands to the ground, you can also take a few cushions underneath in between the legs there and place the hands on the cushions or a little stool. And just enjoy this forward bend movement. Let the head hang heavy, allowing the spine to round and fall forward. These forward bending positions, as you'll learn through the next few sessions, are calming and soothing for the mind, allowing the head to drop beneath the heart. Breathe in and out of the nostrils. Well done. So any version of this that is working for you. And then slowly crawling the elbows back onto the thighs if they aren't there already. Keep the chin in and look down, and slowly place the hands on the thighs and ever so gently easing yourself back up to sitting. Well done. From here, we're going to just lift the heels off the ground one at a time, just working into the feet. Well done. So we've had those nice spinal movements. We're going to take them a little deeper and work with your arms up above the head. You can toe heel the feet back in again, all the way up above the head. Well done, breathing there. And then ever so gently, we're going to stretch the arms out to the side and see how that feels. Just breathing happily here. See if you can work the backs of hands towards each other, the shoulder blades towards each other, and release. And then slowly sweep the hands in front and hold on to one wrist. Slowly, we're going to round the spine and push your upper spine back towards the seat. So I'll just turn sideways so you see this action. Pushing back. There you go. Breathing into it. Allow the head to drop and look down towards your belly. From here, we're going to release that and see if you can either hold on to your elbows or maybe hold on to the chair behind you, opening up the chest and looking forward. Breathe there. Well done. And one more time, holding onto the opposite wrist, pushing forward, looking down, breathe. And slowly pulling back, either holding onto the elbows or holding onto the chair, opening up in the chest. Good, release. Okay, the final movement on the chair is going to be quite a little more energy involved. It's a warrior position. So you might like to have a look. We're going to turn to the left, turning both knees to the left. So you're dropping the outside hip off the chair and the inside hip stays on the chair. You can stretch the back foot back and just feel this. So this is something, again, that you can do if you find yourself on your chair for a long time. You could just have a little twist and you're going to get into the thighs. You're also getting a little bit of psoas action here. The psoas gets really tight as we sit into chairs. And then pushing the hands in front of you, raising the arms up above the head, breathing here, and then reaching towards the chair, but keep your ribs in. Breathe there. And the legs are working here. Slowly reaching up, reach the hands in front, and then we're going to twist to the chair. You might possibly hold onto the chair, either onto the seat or onto the back of the chair. Good, keep your shoulders down, keep your neck long, breathe. Smile. Move your head to look towards the direction your knees are. Good, unravel the twist. Good, from here, can you begin to swivel out? Whew, that involved a lot of energy and release. Good, and then we're going to go to the other side. So swiveling both knees to the opposite direction. Remember, the outside hip drops down, the inside hip stays on the chair. So it's a little balancing action for yourself. Pushing the hands in front, breathe there. Raise the arms up above the head and then reach towards the chair. Breathe there, your front ribs stay in. Good. Reach up towards the ceiling, push the hands in front and then twist to the chair. Good, keep your shoulders down, breathe just as far as you can go. Yeah, any amount that works for you. Breathing through this. Then moving the head to look in front, unravel, and we move all the way out in front, a little bit of a balancing act, well done, and releasing, taking the feet in front, give the legs a good little shake, hands a little shake, take a breath in through the nose, still yourself, feet onto the mat, and breathe out through the nose. One more time, in through the nose, and out through your nose, a little smile. Well done. From here, hands onto the chair, pushing down and easing yourself up. Well done. And tomorrow and through the next few days, we're going to move upright without furniture, and you begin to feel the benefits of these practices. Okay, we're going to bring ourselves to a rest now. So we're taking the chair to the side. We're going to come to sitting on the ground and planting the feet on the chair. This is the calves on the chair position. It's really nice. Working your hips underneath your knees and then come to lying down. So scoot as far forward or back as you need to. Feel the weight of the calves on the chair. If you could imagine extra weights on your shins here, that will really help you to release into the lower back and your front ribs in. Hands on your belly, neck long, chin in, close your eyes. And come back to that breathing practice, this foundational abdominal breath that we're trying to incorporate now into our lives. Big belly as you breathe in. Small belly as you breathe out. We count 5 breaths here now, from 5 down to 1, in your own rhythm, in your own time. Soften your face. Release tension in the forehead, the eyes, the jaws and the lips and the throat. If you have a little longer and if you'd like to stay here, absolutely do. Yeah, there's no need to rush out of this position. For those of you that are stuck to your 20 minutes, we're going to raise the right arm up and over the head. We're going to hug the thighs into the belly and then roll over onto your right side, tucking your chin in. Pause for a moment here, breathing gently in and out. And then pushing into your front hand, keeping your chin into your chest and slowly, 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 slowly crawling yourself up. And then you can place your feet on the ground You can sit back against the chair just for extra support. Good. Your feet can be on the mat, or you can cross your legs, whatever works best for you. And we're going to place one hand on the chest here. We call this the heart center in yoga practices. Keep the neck long, the chin in. And at the end of each practice of 20 days, excuse me, that's my timer to tell me our time is just up. At the end of each session, we're going to pause and acknowledge 3 things that we are grateful for in our lives. So pausing now and acknowledging the 3 things that come to mind. They might take the form of an image, of a word, a memory, a statement, a name. And then taking the other hand to your heart, pausing there. And then offering from your heart kindness, respect, and love beyond your heart. And I extend those sentiments from my heart to yours. Thank you for joining me. Namaste. I'll see you tomorrow.